Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Schuett and I go by Jen, so feel free to call me Jen. I'm going to be glancing over here at our different points to include. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I actually just moved here in June, so I've been here just a few short weeks and I'm still getting accustomed to the area. And I moved here from Columbia, South Carolina, which is where I did my last practicum placement, and that was at an agency called Lutheran Services of the Carolinas, and I did that placement in the area of refugee resettlement. That was a really great experience. I learned a lot about the refugee resettlement process. Um, I got to do a good bit or participate in advocacy because at the time that I was doing my placement, they were trying to pass a bill in South Carolina that would uh, limit to a great extent refugee resettlement in that state. And so I was able to participate in that experience. So that is part of what I did last year. This year I'll be completing my practicum placement at an agency called the Sexual Violence Center, located right here in Minneapolis. And it is a crisis response center, and so they do a lot of services working directly with victims of sexual assault. And so um, they do hospital response or medical advocacy, and as well as legal advocacy. They provide one-on-one counseling, which is really just kind of a brief form of crisis counseling where they provide 10 free sessions to their clients. They also provide support groups and work on a lot of projects related to sexual violence. So let's see, what will I hope to learn? I'm really excited about the opportunity to gain experience in working in a group setting or group facilitation, as well as some of those one-on-one counseling techniques. That's an area that I really haven't had a lot of experience in, and I would love to gain some exposure specifically in cognitive behavioral therapy. Unfortunately, I don't think that's something that I'll actually be able to implement in my practicum because what they do there is much more sort of a brief form of crisis counseling, but would love to continue learning about that as a specific approach to for victims of sexual violence, whether that's through this class or other means. And yeah, so that would be one, I guess, intervention that I'm specifically interested in, and see myself down the road working as a goal, as a personal goal, working with international victims of sexual exploitation. And so really just interested in gaining skills that will help me in that. Kind of a unique area that I'm interested in is working with non-English speakers. And so just the part that culture plays and that foreign language plays into kind of that counseling therapeutic relationship is of interest to me. Okay, and then personal fact about myself, I guess one that I might have shared in other classes already with some of you, is that I grew up overseas, and so that I think is a big part of where my passion for working with international populations comes from. I lived in the countries of Palau and Papua New Guinea, which are in the South Pacific region, close to Guam and Australia. And let's see, what else? I speak Spanish. I was born in Canada, so I have dual citizenship with Canada, which is kind of another fun fact about me. But anyways, I'm looking forward to this semester and learning with all of you and meeting each of you. So thanks, and I look forward to the year ahead. Thanks. Bye.